A man accused of murder died inside the city jail, strapped to a restraint chair just weeks before his trial. Now, investigators are asking how he died and whether guards followed protocol. But this case runs deeper than just one death. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, traces the deadly feud back to 2020 before it ended in tragedy behind bars. He's live outside the City Justice Center downtown tonight.
And it started as a personal dispute. It ended in bloodshed, not once, but twice. And now, more than 5 years after that first altercation, two families are left grieving, searching for answers. And the spotlight of justice now shifts to the City Justice Center, where guards inside are left defending how they treated a man before he died in their care.
Brian Boyle and Samuel Hayes crossed paths here in a violent encounter back in June 2020. Police say Hayes confronted Boyle with a gun. Boyle fired back, striking Hayes.
One could assume that he was acting in self-defense.
Boyle walked free. Hayes lived through it. But 4 years later, police found Boyle shot to death in the city's Van Deventer neighborhood. A grand jury indicted Hayes for first-degree murder. Hayes was booked into the City Justice Center in April. He would never make it to trial. The jail population at the time, 666 defendants. That number would swell to 728 by the time Hayes died in custody July 19, strapped into a restraint chair.
This restraint chair is the first time that at least I've ever heard this being used on an inmate.
The jail said Hayes had been in a fight with his cellmate. Guards claimed he wasn't complying, so they restrained him. But 2 hours later, he was found unresponsive. His family left with little that resembles closure.
A kind of a cold feeling.
Detectives say there were no obvious injuries, no signs of trauma on his body. Still, the official cause of death is pending. Now the police are working backward to piece together the timeline and fill in the gaps. 100 minutes after he was strapped to a restraint chair, guards found him lifeless.
Was he ever provided with medical care during that time?
That will be part of our investigation.
What is clear, Hayes was never seen alive again.
There was no physical, external signs of trauma to his body.
His sudden death now reigniting questions about how this jail handles overcrowding, use of force protocols, and medical checks. And for Mayor Kara Spencer, who campaigned on transparency and jail reform, the promises from the trail now colliding with the realities of running a jail in crisis.
You know, she ran off of saying that she's going to do things differently, and the same has happened under her right now. So now it's time for her to show up and show how she's going to kind of turn the jail around.
Officials have not said why they didn't merely move Hayes into a separate cell after that fight. We have obtained a copy of internal jail protocols that tell the guards how and when they can use these restraint chairs. In order to do so, they have to have a medical professional sign off on the inmate's health to clear them before using it. The shift supervisor must use a video camera to document and record the entire encounter of strapping them in, and medical staff must check in at least once an hour, sometimes as much as once every half an hour. After that, of course, we know that time was at least 100 minutes before they found him unresponsive. Finally, Mayor Spencer tells us tonight the police will make the video of that encounter available to the family as soon as they can. Live downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.